Good morning, my name is Derek Mithog, and this is the Introduction to Shopify 101 for Voltaire Cycles franchises. Today we're going to cover the basic orientation of Shopify and how it's laid out, as well as creating a standard website page and then publishing that page to your navigation menu. So don't worry if you haven't used a Shopify or an e-commerce platform before. This set of tutorials is going to be a fast track to all of that. So just a really quick rundown of the topics that we're going to run through. We'll start with an introduction to Shopify, what it is, and what, maybe more importantly, what it's not. A look at the interface, which is how it's laid out. Basically, when you log in as a website developer or the master user, when you're in the back end of the site, you'll be able to do a lot of manipulation. You'll be able to add products, hide products, create collections of products, see your sales for the month, print reports, a lot of good stuff. So we're going to show you how Shopify does all of that. And then more specifically, this is a part that trips up a lot of first-time users, getting a solid understanding of the differences between a product page and a website page. They are two different types of language pages on the website, and in order to alter or change one, you have to identify first if it is a product page that you are looking at or if it's a website page. And then we're actually going to jump in and create a new page, and we're going to publish that new page to our navigation menu. And then we're going to go back and we're going to review everything that we covered. These videos are not long. We're trying to keep these in bite-sized pieces, but to make sure that you have complete control over each element. The most important thing with all of this is to understand that you cannot learn all of it at once. Even if you watch all of these videos in order and do all of the little exercises, you will only be, at best, a novice a newbie coming in to use Shopify. There are things that to this day that I'm still learning myself about the program. And the more that you use it, the more comfortable you become with it. And quite naturally, you'll start feeling your confidence grow as you realize, oh, I know how to edit this product, or I know how to change the price on this product. It'll be second nature for you to log in and go directly to products and then directly to the product that you're specifically looking at by vendor or by product type. So just in general, let's start with the entrance. Here we are looking at the back end of Shopify, what we call the administrative side. This is not the public. Obviously, this is not what the public sees, but this is how you are able to edit the site and also and do some configurations on SEO, on your feeds to Facebook and Instagram, to Pinterest as well, and other things which we're going to go over. So on this left-hand menu, you've got the navigation bar. You know, on a lot of websites, you might have the navigation bar up here where you can go to various pages. The way that Shopify has laid this out is by putting the navigation menu, because it's a long navigation menu, down here. And the three areas, if you can see it kind of closely here, we've got sales channels here in the middle with online store. Then down here, you've got settings. If I click on settings, it'll pull up all of this menu here, which you can then further go into to customize. And we will be addressing a lot of this in the upcoming videos, how to create your tax code so they're automatically configured when people buy something at the shop or they check out online. You want to make sure that you're collecting taxes. We're going to go over that. Sales channels, what other sites, Facebook, for instance, that you have hooked up your Shopify site to. This is where that's handled. Your account, this is where you get paid, where money transfers, how your bank account is linked up here. Legal, all of this stuff we will be covering at a later date. Just quickly though, going back up here, you have settings down here at the bottom. Always know that your settings, if you think that you're dealing with an issue that is in one of these 12 topics, you're probably going to be in settings. You might, over time, you'll realize you'll probably memorize this area. Know, oh, that's something that's dealing with my payment system. That's under settings. Up here on sales channels, you've got your online store. I'm just going to click on this. And once you click on the online store, you will see themes, blog posts, pages, navigation, domains, and preferences. Now, this is very important because the theme of Voltaire Cycles is Focal. We're using a website theme called Focal, and this will be updated. The theme designers will update this ever so often, and we'll need to access your website to run the update and make sure that all of your settings remain intact. So this is something that you cannot edit. It's specifically set and designed for Voltaire Cycles, and of course you can see a picture of how it runs out here if it was actually published. And you'll see the Voltaire Cycles logo, and then you'll see the navigation menu up here. Home, all bikes, electric skateboards, yada, yada, yada. Also something with the theme is the layout. So you'll notice up here we've got the header, which has some information boxes up here, navigation, your logo, and then below that, if you're on a mobile device, you'll see there's a big picture, and then there are some 3 smaller pictures, followed by more text down here. That layout is also something that is critical to the Voltaire Cycles overall theme settings. And we want to preserve those settings. We don't want to alter the layout of how this runs because it is the brand, and it is also important for ease of use. We've found through a lot of experimentation that customers find the Voltaire Cycles website easy to navigate. And so when you have that understanding and customers are giving you that feedback, there's very little that you want to do to improve it. If you make a change, you want to do small changes to make sure that you don't upset their ability to find things easily. So here you have the online store, which drops this menu down here, and you'll see 2 things that are going to be critical for today. Pages, which I'm going to click on here, and then navigation here. So going back up to the online store, you'll see this area right here, which has these listings. This is what's called a navigation menu. Now this menu up here is created by clicking over here on navigation and adding a topic or navigation menu. So when I'm looking at the online store here, the home page, I am looking right here at this area of home, all bikes, electric skateboards, etc. This is called the main menu. So every page that a customer goes to on your Voltaire Cycles website, they will always have this main menu appearing on that page. In fact, this entire header from this point up to the top is on every page. And this area is called the main menu. So when I go over to navigation and I look down for main menu, I can see home, all bikes, electric skateboards, scooters, bike bags. I see all of these links. And those links are these very same links that we see up here. So if I go back to navigation and then I go to main menu, I'm looking through here. I can see home, all bikes, the very same links that I saw on the home page. Now, if I want to add a new menu item, like I'm going to add today, let me see, Shopify tutorial. And I am going to click it to home page for the moment. Shopify tutorial is now here. And I'm going to grab it. You can see right here on the left-hand side, my pointer turns into a hand. And I grab that, I just left click on it, hold, and I can drag it up here. If I want to place it, let me say, I'm just going to do this for testing. I'm going to put it right here next to home. So it's right under home. Now I'm going to click save. And after doing that, if I go back here to online store and I take a look, when this reloads, look at that. It has home and then it has Shopify tutorial right there. So I've just added an item into the nav menu. That's a important piece and a tool that for starting out that you should learn how to use. Being able to manage your main menu as you open your Voltaire cycles and as you build out your inventory, you'll want to add groups and collections onto this. You'll want to be able to click all bikes and have e-bikes, folding e-bikes, e-bikes for women, or you can have your own special collection of e-bikes. So it could be John's special collection or Joe's extreme riding collection. And you can create a page with those products and add them to this main menu. So once again, going back, we are on the online store and we are looking. Once we click on online store, we land right here. And the first page, when we click on online store, is themes. And we know that we're not going to be doing any customization of themes, and that the theme that Voltaire Cycles uses is focal. That's all you really need to. That's all you really need to know about the design, the colors, the logo, all of that stuff. That's all managed by this theme focal here. But for our purposes, if we want to create or edit our navigation menu, we would come to navigation, and then we'd scroll down to main menu. These other navigations, we'll talk about in a later video. These are submenus. Right now, we're just concerned with main menu. And if we want to add a menu item, we can click this add menu item, and that will create it. And then we can also move the order of our menu items by just using your hand here. And once you've decided on the order that you like, or if you've added something, putting that on there, you want to make sure that you click the save button down here. Because if you back out of this and you didn't save it, it's not going to save the work. So I'm going to now do something on the reverse. I am going to click delete. So I'm removing the Shopify tutorial item that I created. So I've removed it. It's no longer there. I'm going to go up here and save it. And voila. Its menu is saved. Now I can come back to the online store, click that, and then I can look right here. And I hope that I won't be seeing Shopify tutorial on that main screen anymore. Sometimes it takes a second to load. Let's give it one more shot. And there we go. And you can see the Shopify tutorial is gone. All right. The point that I wanted to make, and the really important point of understanding Shopify, is to understand the difference between product pages, which is up here, and website pages, which is down here. And believe it or not, this took me, when I started using Shopify all the way back in 2013. I had a hard time remembering what the differences were. And so I've made a mental note, and everyone that I have coached on how to use Shopify, including our employees and shop managers and other partners, always start out with the difference between pages and products. So to really hone in on the differences here, I'm going to go to an actual website. For the moment, I'm going to use electricspokes.com. And you can see the home page here. And I'm going to go to a product page. So let me say, I'm going to look at, I'm just going to click here, e-bikes under 3,000. I'm going to click on this Faraday S. All right. Now, importantly, if you remember what we were talking about earlier, this is the main navigation menu, this place right here. We know how to add items and delete items from the main menu, right? We can do that by coming over here to the online store and going to the navigation. And I'm sorry if I'm being redundant by overstating this, but I've learned that repetition, even if you're hearing it, starts to make a lot of sense. You won't be hunting for how to do this and have to review the video. You just follow the lead that I'm laying out here. So coming back here, we have the navigation menu and we have the logo. This area up here, this top area, which is all black, has the logo, has the main menu on it. This area is fixed. It's on every single page of a Voltaire Cycles website. This area, which you see, looks like a page that is slightly infringing on this black area here. You can see how it's up here about an inch. It depends on your monitor resolution. When I'm looking down here at all of this info, I am looking at a product page. Now, a product page is put together with some pre-programmed algorithms, and you don't have any ability to change those algorithms unless you are going to be changing the theme. And we don't allow that, and obviously that would require considerable more education in order to learn how to write code. So when you're looking at this page, you're looking at pictures are here, and I can change by the pictures by clicking down here on the alternate pictures. You have the title here, you have the price, and you have a firm. You may or may not have signed up with a firm. That is a consumer financing option, and we encourage you to sign up for it. It's automatically added to Shopify, but there is some programming involved with it. And then here we have some special items on the product page. For this particular product, if it's going to be mailed or shipped, it will require a hazmat fee. And then the quantity that a customer may want to order. They want to order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can make that choice here. And then, of course, they can add to cart. The color of this add to cart button, the length of this button, along with the color and sizing of these fonts. These are all things that are pre-programmed into the product page. You really cannot manipulate these items. You can change them. You could change the text in here. We're going to go over that. But you cannot change the order or the size, the font type of a number of these items. So we're going to make sure that we understand what the difference is. When you're looking at a product, you're really looking at a product page. So over here on your Shopify, I'm going to go back here to the home on your Shopify admin. You'll notice down here we have products. Now clicking on products, there is a drop-down menu. And do you remember when we went down here to online store and I clicked on online store, there was a drop-down menu? So for some of these links with a number of big areas with subcategories, they'll have a drop-down link. Orders has a drop-down link. Online store has a drop-down link. If I click on online store, you'll see, oh, all of these options opened up. I go up here to products, all of these options opened up. So back here, we're looking at this Faraday bike, and this is a product page. If I want to edit this page, I want to change the price, or I want to hide this page because this product is no longer being manufactured, or I don't have any in stock, or maybe they've done an update and this product is no longer the correct one. All of those things you would need to do by going into your product category up here, finding the product, and then editing it. And we're going to cover that in a separate video. Now, this is a product page. What is a website page? I'm going to show you a website page. Let's go here to contact. Now, this does not have a product on it, but it has contact information. It has a picture. It has a form for entering in your name, your email, your message. But you don't see a product on this. So if I wanted to edit this page for whatever reason, I scroll down and I realize, oh, this has this text here. Store will be on spring break. Well, or winter break. Well, winter break is over. So this little text here should be deleted. Where would I go to delete that text? Well, I have to make the decision or the determination. Is this a product page like the one that we saw over here with the Faraday? No, it's definitely not a product page. So the only other type of page that it could be is a website page. And the website pages are down here under your online store. If you click on pages, then you'll find contact us. So I'm looking over here and I see contact, and I come over here and I see contact us, and I know that up here where it says contact or contact here, this is the name of the page. It's always in all caps. So this, we're looking at the Electric Spoke site, so that's a different website than the template that we're looking back here. But assume that contact us is the same as contact because it has the area where you need to put in your address, your city zip code, your phone number, your email, your general hours of operation, and a picture or two. And that's what we're going to be doing, is creating a page, a website page in the next video, which will specifically handle this information here. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to come once more back to our presentation here, which was Introduction to Shopify, which I think we did that. An orientation, just a look at the interface, orientation of where things are. All the navigation is on the left-hand menu, if you remember that. Over here, in order to get anywhere, you're going to have to look over here instead of usually in the center of the top. Most all of it is over here. One more thing on that orientation. This area here is usually where announcements will be made from Shopify, and also where you will get data about your store, things that aren't done, things that are having problems. This is kind of the main area where communications happens. And then over here, up here on the top, you'll have your profile and then some links to the Shopify help centers. So if you need help and you believe Shopify, there's an error or something is wrong with a program, it's not working, don't hesitate to reach up here and go to the Shopify Help Center. They're very, very good with their support team, which is open 24/7. So you can always find some help from Shopify. But once more, back here, learning the differences between a product page and a website page. So we went directly to a website page. The contact page is a website page. Here's another website page, our history. That would be a website page. Here's text, here's pictures, but I don't see any products. There's no shopping cart where I can click and purchase something. It must be a web page. If I don't have that very specific look of that Faraday bike page where I have product details with a picture and add to cart, then I know it's a web page. In fact, I know for a fact that all of these pages here are web pages. Each and every one of these is a web page. So on your site, when you're starting to create pages for your website, you need to determine if what you are hoping to create is a product page or a website page. If you are looking to add products to your website, you're going to go up here. If you're looking to edit products that are on your website, you're going to go up here and click on products. If you're looking at adding pages that share information about services, times, history, photos, special events, calendar of events, bike rentals, all of that stuff, that would be listed as a web page. And as a web page, you can always create a web page that links to a product page. And we'll also cover that. So for instance, if you have a page that has repairs. So here is a page that we need to create for what are our policies, what are the fees, how do people sign up to have something repaired. So they may have that information here, but they could have a link that we put into this page that takes them to a product page. So we may be talking about a service or a product, and then we can link to that, to the product page. I hope that was helpful, and again, thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.